Welcome to another Vega 23 episode. Today I'm gonna give you guys an update on the Maverick and what we've been doing so far. So I finally got a battery for it. I needed a cable because the one that's currently in there is too short. But I did get the motor to turn, so we know the motor's not stuck. That's a good thing. Shortly after that, I started working on dropping the tank, and that's currently where I'm at. So I got the sending unit. I have the gasket here for it. And I just finished dropping the tank itself. The sending unit was able to come off the side without removing the tank, so that was fairly easy. But the day is over here at the shop, and I decided to spend some time since it's a little bit overcast and it's usually 190 degrees outside. I got a chance to work on it, and I took it down, and it smells horrible. It's nasty. Well, let me see if I can find the old sending unit that I pulled out. Oh, it's right here. Check this out. This is how the old one came out. So as you guys can imagine, that tank is just ruined, and it smells so bad. So it's already been dropped. You guys can see it here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. Bring you guys down here real quick to show you what was going on. So the only things that were attached to the tank was this line right here, the sending unit to that gas line, and two screws that are on the straps. So there's one screw, there's the other screw on that strap, and they both go in this slot. So once you put it in here, you move it over, tighten it, and it'll bring up the tank to its height. But man, this is so nasty. I'm gonna have to make a lot of adjustments here, get a lot of new parts. But hey, the car's set for 30 years. What do you expect, right? Look at this shit right here. So disgusting. Like, what is that? I have to change all the gas lines. Obviously get a new tank because this one's fried. Can you guys see in there? It's all rotted. It's basically all rotted. There is no saving this tank. So I'm just gonna order a new one. Obviously toss this one and then wait for the new one to come in so I can install it. But that is basically where I'm at on this car. Check that out. Bam! This car was sitting for a minute. So as you can imagine, a lot of things in here went bad. Like all the fuel lines that are in the motor, they're so brittle you can just touch them and they start breaking apart. But hey, we're taking this one step at a time. We got the wheels. Actually, I have the full set, so the back wheels, all I'm gonna do is get wider tires to make it look like they're staggered. And I kind of cleaned up the inside a little bit too. I know it doesn't look like much, but got all the screws and trash. A lot of napkins from back in the day were in here. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at. I didn't want to make a video on a tutorial on how to remove the tank because it was just literally get the sending unit out, remove those two screws from the straps, and the tank just kind of came down on its own with the jack. So that was it. Super short video, but as I move along, I said I was going to keep you guys updated, and I didn't want to miss out on something like dropping the tank on a car that's been sitting for about 30 years. I've never seen something like that in my life before because I've never dealt with a car that sat for that long. But now that I have, I kind of know what I'm getting into. So there's no way that I'm going to use that tank again. We're going to order a new one probably before the end of this week for sure. And then once it comes in next week, we're going to get it in there, get all the fuel lines replaced. And like I said, we got the motor to turn. So we already put new spark plugs in there. We have new spark plugs already in there. The battery's in there. I actually changed the ignition. You guys saw that as well. And I think it's moving along just fine. I talked to my neighbor who sells paint for cars, and he's gonna get me something, I don't know what it is, for this rust, so I can cure that before we start sanding for painting. And once the car at least moves forward or backwards, we're gonna start working on the body so we can get it painted. It's gonna end up white, and we're gonna remove the rear bumper, and we're gonna push this one in. So all we have to do is remove this plastic, and the bumper has the option to scoot it in, so we're gonna do that on the front. And on the back, I'm gonna get rid of this rear bumper, and there's like a $500 one that's kind of attached to the body that goes like right here. So I'm gonna do that next. Obviously we're gonna take this one step at a time, but hey, it was a one-shot video, 6 minutes, almost 7-minute video of an update of my Maverick